Hello and welcome to the Panzer Athletic Center pool here on the campus of Montclair State University, and welcome to a special edition of the Red Hawk Sports Network. Swimming today, Montclair State and Stevens going to go head-to-head here at Panzer. CJ Staniak joined by Tyler Copen, soon to be also joined by Vincent Picone, Justin Randell, and Luke Sirianni. Tyler, well, we're going to find Vincent soon. Hopefully he's okay after that scare.
I mean, yeah, really, that was a close one. You know, Vincent, I'm scared for you, buddy, but it's going to be a great day at the pool here. No water wings required tonight, but let's take a look on what's on the docket today.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with something fun, the medley relay, the first event that we will see off the blocks. Always a very exciting race. After that, the 1,000 free, 200 free, 100 back, 100 breast, 200 fly, 50 free before the first break. Before we pass it off to some dear friends of ours also here at the Red Hawk Sports Network, also 100 free, 200 back, 200 breast, 500 free, 100 fly before a break, and then we finish off with the last two events of the day. And Tyler will get to see a very impressive freshman in action as well today.
Absolutely, though. The newcomer, the freshman, like you said, who we're going to see, Tessa Devone. She's making her strides in her first season as a Red Hawk. She has already had 2 NJAC Rookie of the Week awards so far this season, weeks 1 and weeks 4.
And we'll see if she picks up where she left off already. Very, very impressive, as you said, the newcomer on this Montclair State Red Hawk swim team. And along with Devone receiving some awards, her fellow Red Hawk teammates also following. Senior Audrey Hitchens coming off her second accolade as Women's Diver of the Week. You see Tessa Devone, obviously, the 2-time NJAC rookie, and bursting onto the scene is she. Also following suit to Hitchens' showing, Ryder Belay is also coming off of an NJAC Men's Diver of the Week in Week 5 as well. And we should also mention yet another rookie on the radar, Max Smolevsky, got the nod back in Week 1, and these Red Hawks filling it up.
They really are. I mean, it's great to see for this organization, and, you know, awards usually come on the heels of accomplishments, and that's what the women's 200-meter free relay just did on October 31st versus Vassar. Tessa Devone, Maddie Winshow, Rachel Yushan, Rourke Peralta, all setting a pool record in their 173-115 victory over the Brewers with the time of 1 minute and 48.08 seconds.
Yeah, talk about somewhere you want to be. Everybody has their own plans on Halloween, but they missed the pool record here at Panzer Athletic Center in that win for the Red Hawks. Well, the potential for some excitement today. Speaking of pool records, a couple to watch here today as well, Tyler.
Yeah, on record watch here on the Red Hawk Sports Network, Peralta and Bobby Fries are trying to break their own record in the 100-meter fly, 51.16 and 45.88 seconds respectively, while Peter Jarzab is knocking on the door of the 100-meter fly. The record is 49.55 seconds. Peter went 50.93 seconds in the last meet.
And we'll keep you caught up on all of those records, the potential for them. We'll see if we can even get a lineup. Maybe we'll just get Vincent Picone to swim down the pool and set the pool record. We know he can swim at pretty much any rate. Well, the recent graduation of Lucas Gomes has left a vacancy in the sprint and butterfly events for the men's team. Gomes was a proven leader on the leaderboard and on the deck, so the question is, who's next?
Well, I believe that one candidate for the sprint spot this season could be junior Michael Wojciechowski, who's coming off a second-place finish from Montclair's last meet against Vassar. In the butterfly spot is both sophomore Peter Jarzab, and coming off the record, looking to step up could be senior and Rebel Aquatic Club teammate Adrian Gonzalez.
The one star on the rise in the sky of bright lights is freshman Max Miloveski out of Egg Harbor, our very own South Jersey, Tyler. That's right, Max ranked amongst the top 50 of New Jersey high school swimmers last season. The 6'1" freshman, the information technology major, a couple of siblings, and look at those favorite songs and movies as well. Favorite song by Tool, favorite movie Snowpiercer. He's not your average kid these days.
No, he's not. He's more of the old school type, and I bet you that's what Coach McLaughlin loves about him.
Senior Rourke Peralta is one of the most decorated swimmers on the women's team, qualifying for last year's NCAA Division III championship meet, swimming both the 50 free, 100 free, the 100 fly, and winning the 100 free and breaking a school record in the process. Michael Salvatore earned himself an NCAA B cut time in the 400 medley at the NJAC Championships, and a stellar start to the season for Salvatore.
Yeah, Salvatore is a veteran here in the Panzer Pool. He has been on a great run this season, most recently against Vassar with 2 first-place finishes in the 200-meter free and backstroke. He has 10 first-place finishes on the season. He continues this from an equally great 2024-25 season where he broke 4 individual school records. As a grad student, this will be his last season, but he looks to end his career on a high note.
And while we keep an eye out for that,
but joined by a new guest.
The women 2-2 and the men are 2-1, both teams being ranked number 5 in the NJAC conference so far. Looking ahead on the schedule, both teams facing off against TCNJ as part of their NJAC slate. And then January 31st, the teams head to New London to face Roger Williams, a part of the men's NJAC division, in a division of his own. One of last year's interns, Ryan Nussbaum, kept us all on the edge of our seats with his amazing calls.
But joined by a new guest. Hello, Ryan Nussbaum. How we doing today?
Pretty good. Exciting to be here. We are at the Panzer Pool.
There it is. What a wave there. Vincent Bacone throwing up the Red Hawk.
I was up on the diving board. Oh, got very quiet.
And we are off.
It's amazing. Like, we all just are so supportive. That includes like the divers, coaches, family.
Right now, we're just enjoying the vibe.
The home turf means everything. I mean, just not going on a bus.
I was up on the diving boards yesterday, and it is pretty high up.
MSU running in lanes 2, 4, and 6.
I mean, I think we did pretty good. It was a tough race. I won it.
In here at the pool, we've been having a great meet so far.
Lots of fun had back last year. Tyler didn't bring any props this time, but still down here, and this time on the pool deck as well, rather than stuffed in a closet in the back.
Absolutely. Over here, we're in the splash zone right now. We're right at the edge of the pool, so maybe we will get our props and getting our hair wet and maybe dip our feet in, but these swimmers, they look ready to go.
That's right, in the 200-meter medley relay, getting ready to begin. Opening up our evening from the Panzer Pool. With that, we are off. Off the first turn, Montclair State, in 2 different lanes, an early lead.
Looks like in lane 4, that's their A group with Tessa, Marianne, and Rourke. Looks like they are off to a hot start right now, getting the lead early.
And so you watch out for that lane 2, also lane 4. Lane 4 now appears ahead by a length. Four swimmers each with a down and back. And into the water, lane 4, still ahead.
Montclair continuing to build a lead, but in lane 3, Stevens closing the gap right now.
With lane 4 still in the lead, it's Rourke Peralta into the water. And she is not relinquishing that lead. Off the final turn and heading toward the finish.
Stevens tried to close that gap, just unable to, as Montclair going to finish with a good time.
First to touch the wall, lane 4, the victory for Montclair State. Then followed by lane 3 of Stevens, lane 2 of Montclair State, before lane 5, lane 6, and lane 1 to round out our first race.
Yeah, so Montclair, just a great start for them. They're A team with Rourke leading the way. I mean, that's the kind of start that the Redhawks really needed in this one.
And a solid start indeed. By the way, Montclair State coming on into this meet. The women on one side, 2-2 after an early season College of Staten Island kickoff invite where they finished second out of 4 teams in head-to-head matchups, losing their first 2 meets to Rowan and to Kutztown before victories over East Stroudsburg and Vassar College. And that Vassar College win particularly impressive, 173-115, as we said in the pregame.
Yeah, the Redhawks really starting to find their groove here on the women's side. Like you said, that Vassar win very impressive. Now we'll see if they can follow it up by even a more impressive win against Stevens, where Stevens, they don't have a win on the season, 0-1 so far, but they are a tough matchup.
And so the 200-meter medley now on the men's side of things. The men taking first out of 3 teams at the College of Staten Island kickoff invite. Both the men's and the women's teams faring well. They also lose to Rowan, but against a program that they have never beaten. Really a close deficit, 139-123. Nearly got the win for the first time. That's dating all the way back to 1970, Tyler, before a win over Kutztown and Vassar College, taking us into today against Stevens.
Yeah, so kind of the same kind of recipe for both squads. Both all coming beginning of the season. They had a couple losses. And then these last 2 meets that they've had against Kutztown and Vassar, like I said before, both teams finding their groove. They're really finding their spot where they're having success and setting a lot of records like we've seen. And in the previous weeks, in week 4, 5, 6, we've seen the Redhawks be able to put up some great numbers and really get some people there on the NJAC weekly leaders.
We've got a long way to go, of course, still with this season, but a lot of bright spots, as you're saying. It's an early lane 3 lead for Stevens. Lanes 2 and 4 for Montclair State, not far behind. And with the finish, Stevens indeed, a victory for them. Lane 3, lane 4, lane 2, lane 5, lane 1, and lane 6, the order of our finish, and our first event is complete.
Yeah, so a great showing, really. Montclair got the first place finish in the women's, and then in the men's, Stevens got the first place finish, but it was really the 2nd through 4th spot where it was really lopsided in the team that didn't get the first place finish. In the 2nd through 4th spot for the women's, it was in favor of Stevens 2-1, but then for the men's, it was in favor of Montclair 2-1. So really a very even matchup so far.
Now those innermost lanes, of course, always toward the top of the leaderboard, and it indeed was the median. Lane 3 for both teams. Participating well for Stevens, and lanes 2 and 4, Montclair State, respectively, holding their own with the 1,000 free on deck. Tyler, we are indeed in this splash zone. Very early on, we are finding out, even before the pregame, really, but especially now in meet mode. These swimmers not taking their turns very lightly.
Yeah, I mean, my feet are already soaked. This is I mean, you look at the ground and it's basically another pool. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
1,000 free has begun. On the women's side, of course, first. For Montclair State, lane 2, lane 4, and lane 6, as we said. And certainly a longer pace on this race in the 1,000.
Lily Conlon in lane 4 for the Redhawks. She has the top time with 11 minutes, 15.84 seconds for the Redhawks. So she's going to have to do a bit of catching up to do, as in lane 3 and 5. Stevens has taken first and second.
As you said, Conlon, the top time. She will be in lane 4. Amelia Fanning in lane 2. And Casey Gadzinski in lane 6 for Montclair State. And all about conserving energy. Conlon trying to top her time of 11 minutes, 15 seconds. Amelia Fanning, 11:17. And Gadzinski, 11:30. It's a lane 3 early lead, of course, for the Stevens Ducks.
Conlon pacing herself well right now, able to gain that second position back, taking it away from Stevens in lane 5.
Lane 3 first to touch, followed by lane 4 in Conlon. Trails by a body length and a half.
And looks like the Redhawks in good position right now, have places 2 through 4 right now. But Conlon looking to close the gap, like you said, get to that 1 position.
Yeah, 3 seconds behind, but close deficit on that last lap. Only about a second slow. And even closer there, losing by about 0.2 of a second. The last 100.
Montclair looks to be settling in the position they are right now, looking to get rather the points than first, which in the long run, that's a team play.
And even that lead for first still not insurmountable as we are just beyond the midpoint of race number 2. Stevens and Montclair State, their first time going head-to-head. For a local couple of schools, good to get together in the out-of-conference part of this schedule. Both for men's and women's first time going up against one another. Just under 4-second lead in lane 3 for Stevens. We've eclipsed the 8-minute mark here in this race. Lane 3 followed by lane 4. Those two right now going ahead, and Dora Dvorkin is the swimmer in lane 3 for Stevens.
Yeah, her top time, 11 minutes and 5.7 seconds, and looking to break that here. She is on good pace right now.
So about a 10-second discrepancy in top times this season between the Ducks' top swimmer and Montclair State. Lane 2 in 3rd place, lane 6 in 4th place. As you said, Tyler, good for the points. The Red Hawks can maintain this, and more points for head coach Brian McLaughlin in his 34th season.
Yeah, Montclair, after the first event, the 200 medley relay, they're up 13-4 right now in hopes to grow that even more and hopefully get their 3rd win on the season for both the men's and women's.
.10:22 and counting here in the women's 1,000 free. And you hear that final bell. Coming down the stretch.
Dvorkin in her final lap. Conlon closing the gap a little bit, but looks like a little too much to be made up.
Can Dvorkin break her own record? About 5 seconds to do so. It appears she will come up just short as she finishes with the first place. 11:07. Excuse me, 11:10:09, followed by Conlon. 11:14:90. That is now her top time of the season.
Yeah, that's her top time. Originally 11:15:84, but with that one, she gets a new personal record.
So lane 3, lane 4, lane 6, lane 2, lane 5, lane 1. Our final in the women's 1,000 free.
So Montclair, good job there, kind of able get the points for them in this event. Not able to finish first, but stayed with it and got places 2 through 4.
Tyler, I'm just now seeing Rocky the Red Hawk on the pool deck here at Panzer. Got to point that out as soon as I see it in his swim trunks.
He looks ready
Maybe
to
ready
go.
to take lane 1 here in the men's.
Yeah, I think him and our very own Vincent Picone should have a swim match. They should have a race down here.
That's right. It's like Michael Phelps on Shark Week, racing the shark. And so after the final from the women's 1,000 free, the men are off. For Montclair State, in lane 2, Alex Pasquini. In lane 4, Vincent Terzo. And in lane 6, Mason Woods.
Terzo coming in here with a top time of 10:16:64. Then the top time in lane 3 for Stevens is Cooper Mofat, who has a top time of 10:10:18. So this one could be a close one.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Mofat and Terzo. Lanes 3 and 4, as we mentioned. Right now, pretty tight, but off the turn, it appears Terzo may have about a half a length. So this is our longest event of the day, the 1,000 free, no 1650 this evening. 500 free will be later on. But after this, back to the sprints. 200 free, 100 back, 100 breast, 200 fly, and 50 free before the first intermission. But always good to get these long distance ones in early.
Yeah, I mean, they take a while, but, you know, the long-distance ones, I kind of like them better because it builds up the anticipation, especially when they get so close towards the end. And this one has the potential to be that one with Terzo and Mofat, both top times within 6 seconds of each other. So this one can be a really tight one.
And Terzo right now well out in front. As we mentioned, 6 seconds worse, so to speak, to Mofat, but right now hanging in there in lane 5 from Stevens as well. Lane 5 actually second to the touchpad.
Yeah.
Mofat in 5th.
2 through 5 right now. The places all separated by about tenths of seconds. So this one really close. Like you said, Turzo built a good lead, but really lanes 1, 2, 5, and 6 all coming down real close.
A different strategy for each lane, of course. Mofat, we know, can turn on the jets. And maybe he elects to use some of that energy later on, right now conserving. But he is still hanging around 5th place to this point. It's actually now Montclair State with those top 2 spots is Pasquini. Behind Turzo. Five-minute mark here at Panzer. Vincent Turzo has himself a nice lead.
Yeah, Turzo, like you said, building himself a good lead. Nearly
About 5 seconds.
Nearly a 5-6 second difference between his teammate Pasquini and then another about 4 seconds between Mofat.
Mofat making up a little bit of ground. Has moved into 3rd over his teammate in lane 5. And about 8 seconds back of the lead. Stevens men's team an 11-6 lead after the first event. We saw the women perform well, earn some points for themselves on their side of this event. Now the men trying to do the same. Man, Tyler, another turn for Turzo. And look how that lead has now grown.
Yeah, another turn, and like you said, he's still working on that lead, and it seems to get bigger on every turn. He's just continuing to dominate this. nearly now it's about a 7 to 8 second difference with his own teammate.
$1,000 free record for Montclair State, 9 minutes 42 seconds back in 1994. Second lap for Turzo, 9:12.82 right now.
As we've
he
said for
heads
this
back
entire
down.
race, Turzo just continuing to dominate. I mean,
Here comes the bell for him.
he has really built up a lead.
Enters his final 50. At the 9:45 mark. What a performance. Closing in on the finale.
Looks like Woods in lane 6. Possibly looking to overtake lane 5. This one really
Turzo,
coming close.
in the meantime, gets his personal best. A race to the finish in lanes 5 and 6 with the crowd getting loud. It is. Stevens getting the win in lane 5, coming in 4th with lane 6th and 5th. Lane 4, lane 2, lane 3, lane 5, lane 6, and soon to finish is Stevens in lane 1. Another great performance from the Red Hawks.
Only a .28 second difference between Woods and lane 5. I mean, that one really came down to the wire, and that's the difference. Montclair takes 1st, 2nd, and 5th. Or, excuse me. Yeah, 1st, 2nd, and 5th. Then Stevens 3rd, 4th, and 6th. So Red Hawks able to get back some points, but Stevens staying right there with him.
In the meantime, as we mentioned, Turzo beating his career best. 10:14.33, breaks it by over 2 seconds. Mofat in lane 3 comes in 10:31.55.
Yeah, so able to get a personal best here for Turzo, and then just both squads
And so
going at it right now.
we will change gears to the 200 free, and we are off. Four down and backs to the finish. Montclair State at 22-14 lead on the women's side over Stevens. Lane 2, Rook Peralta. Ariane Tassinari, lane 4. Maddie Wishnow, lane 6. Still pretty even to this point.
Wishnow's personal best, 2 minutes, 7.43 seconds. She's looking to break that record here.
Esther Kiss, the top time on the season for Stevens at 1:58.92. Go into our final 50. Lanes 3 and 4. Tassinari and Kiss. Right now, Kiss. Peralta trying to get involved. Coming down to the end. Peralta climbing. And Stevens comes out. The top 3 separated by a second.
Very close there in all the categories. Rourke Peralta came in second there, only by 0.4 seconds. So, I mean, man, that one within inches.
Esther Kiss. Another strong performance for her. Tassinari gets her personal best of the season by about 4/10. Lane 3, lane 4, lane 2, lane 5, lane 6, lane 1, our final. And the men now to the block. Lane 2, Michael Woj.
Bobby Fries in lane 4 has a personal best of 1:46.58. So looking to break that one here. And then in lane 6, Max Miloveski, who we talked about in our pregame.
That's right.
Only a second behind Fries's personal best. So them two could be a tandem duo as we see them in first and second place right now.
Fries to lead in lane 4. But Smolevsky hanging in there. Lane 6 in second place midway through. These Montclair State Redhawks having themselves a race. Fighting for all 3 top spots. But it is Fries yet again. Large lead, he continues to impress here in 2025. It is Fries and Smolevsky to the finish.
Wojciechowski in lane 2.
Can Montclair State
overtaking the lead.
3? And they do. And it's Smolevsky with the win.
Malevsky got the win, but even bigger, Wojciechowski in lane 2, able to get third place, which means the Redhawks sweep first, second, and third in the men's 200 free.
Wow, what a race for Montclair State. They dominate The 200 free. Lane 6, lane 4, lane 2, lane 3, lane 5, lane 1.
So now we're heading to the 100 back. And the points right now, 30-25 in favor of Montclair, but Stevens for the women's closing the gap.
By the way, Smilevsky, that is tops for the season for Montclair State, 146.37. And he will be in lane 4, the next 200 free, as the women take their blocks. $100 back. $30-25 Montclair State. A sprint to the finish. Anna Venla, Seguio, Lepinin in lane 2. Tessa Devone, lane 4. And it is between Devone and Stevens, lane 3 and 4. Coming down in the 100 back, Esther Kiss once again will take the victory. Lane 3, lane 4, lane 2, lane 6, lane 5, lane 1.
Yeah, so the Redhawks take second, third, and fourth there. Kind of been the story of today. For a lot of these events, they haven't been able to get that first place spot, but coming close.
All right, guys, we're now here with
really
the entire Montclair 200 freestyle, guys.
And really the real goal,
First,
the real team goal. Instead of the personal
second,
goal, they're playing for the team goal right
0.02
now,
seconds.
getting those higher places.
Between, how do we feel?
I mean, I had no idea what was going on there. Like, I was just going at it. And,
You just kept pounding. After the midway relay, we kind of all wanted to beat them pretty good. And, well, we got first, second, third here. I think we did our job. What's a Steven? We did what we could. I got a friend named Steven. Shout out NJIT. That's all I got. Yeah, 53's up next. Same order. Hey, we're gonna bring it back. 1, 2, 3 again.
Same deal.
And then the 100.
Exactly.
All right, thank you guys. Good luck on the 50. Hopefully we'll get an interview after that. All right. We'll send it back to the guys.
Andrew Pierce, lane 2. Michael Salvatore, lane 4. Darren Rockwell, lane 6. Ethan Emerton, lane 3 for Stevens, the top time on the year. Him and Salvatore separated by just about a second on their top times this season. And through 50 it is an Emerton lead.
Emerton off to a good start, but Michael Salvatore right there with them.
It's going to be those two off the final turn. Good turn for Emerton. 100 back. Coming down to the wire, and it is Ethan Emerton finishing off the first place sweep in the 100 back for Stevens.
Emerton gets first, but then Salvatore and Pierce second and third, and then Darren Rockwell coming in at third in lane 6, so fourth in lane 6. So Montclair yet again getting those second through 4 places.
Their impressive day continues, already a 36-19 lead, though very early, of course. 100 breast to follow here at Panzer Pool. As Montclair State continues to build off of its strong start. The women also leading. Venla, Seguillo, Lepinin, lane 2. Sadie Crispell in lane 4. Rachel Yushan, lane 6. For Stevens, Adriana Bertolotti in lane 3. Right now, lane 5 in the lead. Very tight race.
Yeah, Sadie Crispell over in lane 4,
Yeah.
really looking to close it in.
No Marianne Tassinari, the top time on the season for Montclair State. With the 100 breast coming down, it might be Crispell in lane 4 with the lead. Very close with Bertolotti to the finish, and it is. So Crispell, a victory for Montclair State. And they once again perform well. Lane 4, lane 3, lane 5, lane 6, lane 2, lane 1.
Yep, Adriana Bertolotti and able to get second there for Stevens. Montclair placed first, fourth, and fifth. So they lead 45-29 in the points right now. Now the men, 100 breast coming up for them.
Ends 100 breast. Matt Detlinger, lane 2. Philip Salek in lane 4. Jordan Ledbetter, lane 6. And for Stevens, Angel Velasquez taking the water in lane 3. Velasquez first to the wall on the first 50.
Philip Salek over in lane 4. Real close right now.
Velasquez and Salek. Lanes 3 and 4, and it is the Doc Velasquez. Winning by 9/10.
Vasquez able to get first there. Not a personal best, 59.83, but able to gain some points for his squad. This one, right now the point system in favor of the Redhawks, 45-29. So both going Montclair's way so far.
Yeah, lane 3, lane 2, lane 4. Lane 6, lane 2, lane 5. So Montclair State still hanging in there. Doesn't get the victory in the 100 breast, but have built themselves a nice cushion to this point. The 200 fly next on the docket. Caddy Geyer, lane 2. Madeline Rogers, lane 4. Sydney McGann, lane 6. Trying to fly top time this season for Stevens. Hannah Matheson, 2:14.56, about 3 seconds better than Rogers. And close to the first 50. But Matheson does have the lead. But Rogers right there. Geyer doing a great job in lane 2. May have even passed Rogers in lane 4. She has.
Matheson gaining a good lead right now.
Yeah, Matheson over a second lead. It's the two Redhawks neck and neck for second and third. That lead has increased to almost a second and a half for Matheson. Final 50. Stevens in lane 5, overtaking third and trying to overtake the runner-up.
Natalia Bernetti in lane 5. She was able to overtake
Well, Matheson will get the
Marianne
win.
Rogers.
A tight one in lanes 4 and 5 between the Ducks and the Redhawks. Lane 3, lane 2, lane 5, lane 4, lane 6, and soon to finish lane 1.
Getting ready for the 200 fly for the men's. Peter Jarzab. He will be in lane 4. His best time, 1:55.39. Compared to Stevens, Dio Bove. His best time, 1:59.52. He will be in lane 3.
The men in the water in the 200 fly. Deo Bove, who holds pretty much every fly top time this season for Stevens. Peter Jarzab does have a 4-second top time advantage. Tight between lanes 4 and 5. Jarzab into his turn, well in front. Only competition coming from his teammate. Adrian Gonzalez in lane 2. It is the two Redhawks soaring.
Jared Gaynor right now in lane 6, looking to possibly overtake lane 3 and get in that position for 4th place.
Well, it's the two Redhawks that finished first. Jarzab gets the win. Lane 4, lane 2, lane 5, lane 6, lane 3. And lane 1 coming in 6th. Two fourth place finishers at the same time, lanes 3 and lane 6, each at 2:07.24. Once again, another good race for Montclair State.
Another good one that's going to get them more points here on the board for that race. Up 54-39, so Montclair just looking to build a lead right now.
Only the 50 free before the intermission.
Let's go, Rourke!
Rourke Peralta.
Come on, Montclair!
Going to take on lane 4, Tessa Devone. Will be in lane 2. Those two separated by about a second. Peralta will go head-to-head with Lainey Klaus. 9/10 of a second difference in favor of Peralta. For the top times this season, that'll be in lanes 3 and 4. A sprint to the finish. Peralta, slight edge, but it's Devone taking towards second. She got it. Peralta and Devone atop the podium in the 50 free. Montclair State first and second place finish yet again.
Beautiful work by the Redhawks there, up 54-39 in points coming into that race. But I mean, Rourke Peralta, absolutely wonderful job by her. Just all around player, all around swimmer for these Redhawks right now. She's doing it all, able to get such high seeds. Just a wonderful job.
Devone, in the meantime, notches her top time on the season and in her collegiate career in the 50 free, beating 25.62 by 0.3 of a second. The men will take their blocks. Last race before the intermission. Bobby Freese, the star for Montclair State. Notched his top time at the kickoff invite. He's into the water for Montclair State. Will Steiber for the Ducks Lane 3. And it's Steiber trying to poke his head out from the pack. Montclair State may have a lead in lane 2. Quick to the finish, Steiber. He beat Michael Woach. Freese takes 4th. And so that concludes the opening session here from the Panzer Pool. Tyler, quite a race to begin. And, well, about halfway through this one in terms of events, Montclair State doing a good job in the lead, both men's and women's.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, women's, like we said, got a big lead coming into the last race. They were up 54-45. And now for the men's, they are up 68-43 right now. So both squads able to build up some good leads.
That's right. First and second, as you mentioned, for the women to cap off that terrific finish. Stevens does a good job in the 50 free on their side to end things. Well, that'll take us to a quick intermission from the Panzer Athletic Pool. About a 15-minute break estimated before we kick back underway with the 100 free, 200 back, 200 breast, 500 free, and 100-meter fly. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned here on the Red Hawk Sports Network.
All right, guys, well, we're here with President Capel joining us on this nice Friday night in the Panzer Pool. How are we doing?
The packed house. It's like a scene.
It's great. It's loud.
Yeah.
Can you tell us, of all nights, why tonight are you here?
Because I have on my calendar every single Montclair sporting event. I have a lot of conflicts. I'm trying to be in 17 places at once. But when a calendar event pops up and I'm actually here, I try to come over, and I saw this event, so I was able to stop by, and I'm thrilled that I'm here.
And President Capel, we saw you watching Ruth Peralta's 24-second race. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. She rarely loses.
Yeah.
Do you think you could put up a good competition against any of these swimmers?
No, I do not. I'm a capable swimmer. I will never drown. Years ago, my sister likened my swimming to a reliable tanker that will get to the destination, and you can be assured of that, but will not set any speed records.
All right, that's fair enough.
But
I think I'm
exciting to see Rourke. Obviously, she's been fantastic, and I got to know her a little bit because she spoke at our Red Hawk Open not that long ago. What a fantastic, not just a fantastic athlete, but just a fantastic member of the community. Just everything that I love about Montclair students, like she exemplifies. So I'm really glad I caught her race.
And I mean, can you talk a little bit about the athletics on campus right now? Because NJAC championship a
Women's
week ago
championship,
today.
yeah, it's totally awesome.
And men's and women's swim on a 2-match win streak. Can you tell us a little bit about?
I didn't know that, but now I do, which is awesome. And obviously excited, basketball season starting soon, following up on twin championships. No, I think it's a great thing. I mean, the success of the teams is important, and you know, you've got individual athletes who are trying to do their best. The whole point of college athletics is to show that people can excel and should be encouraged to excel in all dimensions of human activity, right? Like, yes, good in the classroom, yes, doing things like you're doing right now, but also physically, right? And so it's exciting to see the hard work that I know all these guys are putting in pay off with results on the field, in the pool, on the court, whatever.
All right, well, President Capel, thank you so much for coming. We hope you enjoy the rest of the race after the break.
My question for you is, what's it like covering swimming? How do you compare it to covering football or basketball? Like, what is swimming like as a television or journalistic experience?
Well, I have to say, for the Red Hawk Sports Network, this is our once-a-year swim broadcast, and I think the swimmers are so much fun to interview. They have such personality. I think possibly the most enthusiasm I've ever seen for a team, so they definitely love their team and their sport, and it's a lot of fun to get in the pool. 2 days ago now, I jumped in for our cold open, so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But President Capel, we'll see you very soon, and we hope to see you towards basketball season and whatever's next.
You never know when I'm going to show up. That's the moral of the story.
So, well, we'll see you soon.
Good to see you guys.
Back to you guys.
Well, the Montclair State women's soccer team is heading to MIT this weekend to play in the first round of the NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Championships. And they are going to face off against Colby College. But what got them there was in the NJAC Championship just a day ago last week. I'm Tyler Copen here at MSU Soccer Park. Behind me are the Montclair State Red Hawks, who just won a thriller in the NJAC Championship, 4-3 in penalty kicks against the Rowan Profs. Well, let's run through some game highlights.
The first half of this matchup would be a defensive masterclass. Montclair wasn't able to record a single shot, but when the offense lacked for the Red Hawks, the defense prevailed to keep the score at nothing apiece after the first 45 minutes. Rowan would find a big opportunity in the 65th minute. Sienna Sowers would rebound a corner kick and knock it in past Solange Bell to open up the scoring.
Bounces away, headed away by Lukovic. Incoming. Bouncing. Goal! Goal! It flicks off a defender and Rowan scores! Rowan scores!
With time not on the Red Hawks side, they would need to work quickly. Samira Lukovic would get inside the box, take a shot that gets initially blocked, but stays with the rebound and sends it in with less than 4 minutes remaining to tie the game.
Cronow looking for inside. Goal Montclair! Goal Montclair! Goal Montclair! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We have a tie game!
This is the third straight game against Rowan, where the Red Hawks have scored a game-tying goal with less than 6 minutes remaining in the second half. 90 minutes wouldn't be enough, as this game needed more to crown a champion. Both teams fought hard, but neither could prevail in either overtime, and this one would be sent to PKs. Madeline Lezica would be the first Red Hawk to shoot as she knocks it in past the diving keeper. Then Solange Bell would make a great save against Rowan's Angela Oliveto to give the Red Hawks the early advantage. Mackenzie Albert would then win her battle, putting the Red Hawks up 2-0 early in penalties. Then Liana Sanfelice would get Rowan on the board, putting it past Bell. Shannon Mullins would try to answer, but it would be just a bit too high, allowing Rowan to make penalties all square again. And they would do just that as Sarah Wiedemann would put this shot past Bell. but Kylie Prendergast would get the Redhawks back on track by sinking her penalty shot, putting Montclair up 3-2. Rowan would then answer again with an Olivia Giordano shot that goes in to tie the penalties up at 3. But then the goalie, Solange Bell, the back-to-back NJAC Goalie of the Year, comes in to take the 5th penalty kick for the Redhawks, and she drills it past Edinger to put Rowan down to their final shot. Elena Corson takes the shot for the Profs, and it's off the crossbar. No good. Montclair goes from heartbreak in 2024 to triumph in 2025 as they win the NJAC Championship for the first time since 2020 and the 4th time under Coach Patrick Naughter.
Just no quit in this group. I mean, you give up a set piece, 17 minutes left. You feel like, you know, here we go, and they keep battling, they keep fighting, they don't take no for an answer, and they deserve all the credit. I mean, this group is special. I told them right before PKs, I'm gonna have to look at their ugly mugs and a championship picture for the rest of my career.
I was just reacting, I read it, I just knew I had to save one, and I'm doing my job, and then for taking the PK, I didn't think about it, I just knew to just hit it hard and hope for the best.
Montclair State Women's Soccer now has their 5th NJAC championship, only 2nd to the TCNJ Lions, and this one possibly the most unpredictable of them all. This is Tyler Copen from the Red Hawk Sports Network, signing off.
CJ Staniak and Tyler did a great job in the first half, and now we're getting ready to resume after the first break. And Justin, we're going to start off here. I'm going to read you the rundown real quick. 100 meters freestyle, 200-meter backstroke, 200-meter breast, 500-meter free, and then a 100-meter fly before break number 2.
Yeah, and you know, this is going to be a great series of events here. Obviously, this is the first time that I've been on the call to do the swimming events, so you know, it's a little bit of a different change of scenery for me. You know, we're used to being on the basketball, the soccer, the baseball, the football. You know, and swimming, it doesn't go unnoticed. And you know, I'm really excited to call this next series of events here, and I'm excited to see what Montclair State can do here.
We were watching from the other room the first half, all the amazing races, multiple races finished within a second of each other. There was one race in particular where it was almost a 3-way tie. If you take away that decimal point, it's exactly the same. And that's really how swimming is. It comes down to the very last 0.01 second, and we saw races come down to that early on.
And it's all about pace too, Luke. I mean, especially when we saw in the 1,000-meter freestyle by the Montclair State and Stevens, we saw that there was a change of pace. In the beginning, both teams are going a little bit slower down their lanes. But as you get later into the laps, you start to pick up that pace a little bit because now you're basically in the final stretch here where you got to turn on the jets a little bit and find a way to come in first place. And we saw that on full display in the first series of events. Obviously, now we're in the second part of it where people are probably a little bit more tired than they were to begin with. But, it's really exciting. And both of these teams, they know that they're rivals in some sort. And we even saw when Vin was on the interview, we saw a little bit of the action from Montclair State where they gave their side of things about how they want to beat Stevens and vice versa as well. So, it's going to be a great series of events here, and we'll see how it all plays out.
And speaking of being tired, the 1,000 freestyle, which was 40 laps, I mean, that's going to take a toll on who was racing in that particular race. Like you said, pacing is key. Some of these races are really long, and again, you just got to pace yourself throughout because we see it at all levels. Even when you compare, we're talking about the New York City Marathon earlier. People that go out and just sprint right away are going to get tired early. It's about managing that race, and these swimmers are so great at it. It is truly one of the toughest sports because not only is your team relying on you, you have to be able to go out there and perform and manage your energy at the very same time.
Oh, 100%. It's all about pacing, and you can't get too tired early on or else you're not going to be able to turn on the pace as the race gets to a close. So it's all about pacing, and we've seen it on full display, especially with Montclair State. They do a great job of making sure that they're doing well with their pacing and their timing because, like I said, you go a little bit too quickly, you're going to have no energy in the home stretch. So obviously these players are a little bit tired from the beginning, but I'm sure they're all ready to go for the second half here because there's still a long way to go. We still have 5 more events before we hit the second part of the break, and you have 2 more events at the end as well. So there's a lot going on here, and you got to be ready to take on all the action here. And we're moments away from getting the 100-meter freestyle going.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the 100-meter freestyle when we resume and kind of preview the swimmers. Women go first. There are 2 rounds of each, so 2 different women's groups and then 2 men's to follow. Bridget Negron, Brooke Pfeister, and Sydney McGann will begin. That'll be the first group of the women's. And then Katie Geyer, Rourke Peralta, and Tessa Devone. That's the strong group right there. They put the second group, I would say the stronger group second. Rourke Peralta, no secrets to her swimming skills. She's one of the top players out of the men's and women's team. And she has her personal best in the 100 free, which is around 59.18. Yeah. A very stellar swimmer. Now underway for our first group from the Montclair State women's team, as Bridget Negron has a really strong lead in lane number 2. And Justin, a solid lead all the way to the right in the far lane.
Yeah, right now it's just only Montclair State swimmers going for the women's side. As it's all about, again, pace. You see they're not going too quick here. Still have a couple more laps to go. But it's all about the timing, and you're seeing it on full display here because you still have, of course, the second group you said included Rourke Peralta, who, I mean, she doesn't get enough credit for all she's done here at Montclair State as a swimmer. She holds a lot of records as well. So you said it perfectly. The second group is the strong suit here for the Redhawks.
We see Bridget Negron choosing the backstroke in lane number 2 as her freestyle. And so far, I mean, again, they are a team. It is not a race, but Sydney McGann is moving at a solid pace right now. And she gets to the wall. 35.86. And actually, they just updated it. 1 minute, 7 seconds, and then 0.25. And all the way in lane number 2, Bridget Negron. 1 minute, 11 seconds, 0.07. And lastly, in lane 4, Brooke Pfeister. 1 minute, 15 seconds, 0.23. And as they do their cool down lap, Justin, not a bad way to come out of the break here in the 100 free.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, especially Negron, who did a great job. Although she finished in second, still put on a great effort. Of course, these laps, they come quick, and you got to make sure, once again, you have a great pace, and Negron did exactly that. And you talked about the cool-down laps. That's what you see all the time here in swimming. You don't just do your laps and then call it a day. You get your cool-down lap going to the other end, and now you get set up for the second group here with Rourke Peralta and company.
That's right. Second half of the heat for the 100-meter free is about to begin. And now all the lanes are pretty full. And we are underway Second group takes off. And everyone now going full speed. Strong push off the wall.
And it's good pace here from Peralta and the Redhawks as well. I think Peralta, you mentioned, is in lane 4.
Rourke is leading currently in lane 4, Justin, as it'll keep updating, so we'll keep you up to speed on the total scores. Mr. Peralta right next to us, really loud and energetic too, cheering on his daughter, who's been a star for this program. Rourke is pulling away from everybody else and clearly in the lead right now. I want to see what she clocks in at. And first place, Rourke Peralta, 28.58. That is incredible.
And how about this, Luke? The first 3 places are all credited to Montclair State, all in order, 1, 2, and 3. Rourke Peralta, of course, led the charge. I mean, I think we all saw that coming.
And on that final push, she does finish, 54 seconds, 0.59. And just showing off why she is one of the top athletes here on the campus of Montclair State University, Justin.
Yeah,
awesome job by Rourke.
A dominant effort from the Redhawks. Finished 1, 2, and 3, as I mentioned. All within under a minute, as were the Stevens Ducks as well. But the Redhawks, they came out flying there in that 100 freestyle. And now, Luke, we get set for the men's rally here.
So again, same type of deal as the women's. We're going to have 2 heats, so 2 different groups. For the first group, Sean Nugent in lane 2, Carol Bedoya in lane 4, and Jacob Schlusenlowski in lane 6. And then right after that, Michael Wojnowicz, Bobby Fries, and Max Smelevsky. So 2 heats, and again, I want to see how this gets split up between these 2 teams.
And we talked a lot about Rourke Peralta, but especially for heat number 2 for the Redhawks, Bobby Fries has been a juggernaut for the Redhawks swimmers as well, and so it only makes sense that he goes in that second grouping as well.
You're going to put one of your quickest in the second heat, of course. You got to manage the speed, and you do want your fastest swimmers in the second round, just in case the first group doesn't do as well as expected. So in that last race, lane 1 in 6th place, lane 2 in 2nd, lane 3 and 4. Rourke Peralta in lane 4, first place, and lane 5 in 5th, and lane 6 in 3rd place. And now we'll see how the men's team do for the 100 freestyle. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw some breaststrokes, backstrokes chosen in the freestyle, and I want to see what the group number 1 here, the first group of the men's heat, has to offer. It's great to be here at Panzer. It is our first swim broadcast of the year. It will be our only one, but we've already had a great time. Vincent's doing some interviews on the sideline with some of the swimmers. He had President Jonathan Capel on to talk, and we're having a great time here. We're here in the corner. We actually have a great front row view of what's going on right in front of us.
Yeah, especially in lane 1 as well. Just exactly a vertical from us here. And, you know, it's jam-packed. I mean, for a Friday night, Luke, this is it's a pretty packed house here inside the pool. It's a little bit of a delay, though, before the start of the men's freestyle.
After this, the distances do start to trend up a little bit in an exponential way. 200-meter backstroke, 200-meter breaststroke, 500-meter free. And then we do end with a lighter one. But at that point, you're already tired in the last race before break number 2, the 100-meter flies.
And for those that don't know, break number 2 is 10 minutes long. The first break was 15 minutes long, so a little bit shortened, but you know, once again, I don't think it's really too big of a difference for either side. They're prepared for it. So.
As we get ready to kick off heat number 1 in the 100-meter freestyle. Now the men will have their chance to shine. And we are off. Quick start here out in lane number 2. Just Sean Nugent getting ahead for the Redhawks.
A good start for Nugent. ahead of the pack. And once again, it's just Montclair State swimmers here in the first grouping. The second grouping is when you get the mix of the Redhawks and the Ducks. And you mentioned it, Luke. I mean, right now Nugent is doing a great job with pacing, leading the charge here in first place. He's hoping for a really good time.
And Sean Nugent flying down lane number 2. He did place second in the 500 freestyle against the College of Staten Island last year. So it looks like this is his strong suit. And lucky for him, this is a shorter freestyle race. So this is where he can really shine in his strengths. Looking at his bio top to bottom, it is the freestyles are his strong suit, and that's why he is slotted in this category. As he just took that one and took care of business. Let's see where they update him. They're going to have him right around a minute. How about that?
Yeah,
awesome job.
Very strong stuff. And between first and second place, it was about a 4-second differential. So Nugent really won that by a landslide in terms of swimming. So great job from him.
In lane 3, we have Carol Bedoya, lane 4, with just 5 seconds later. And then Jacob Slumanowski with a minute and around 4 seconds. Pretty much a minute, 5 seconds. But again, a very solid showing for the first round of the men's team in heat number 1.
Yeah, it did very good. And now, Luke, you get the mix of, once again, the Redhawks and the Ducks. All 6 lanes will be filled now for the 100-meter.
Heat number 2, who's your guy to watch for the Redhawks?
It's got to be Bobby Brees. I mean, it's got to be the obvious choice. I mean, he has just led the charge through and through. And we're excited to see what he does here as he is now in lane number 4.
So again, Bobby Fries in lane number 4, Michael Wojnowicz in lane number 2, and Max Sumlevsky in lane number 6 as these guys are off and flying. High speed from everybody here. Solid push off from Bobby Fries. He takes the lead. He did break the record in the 100 free record, 45 seconds. And he's doing well on time right now as he pushes off at the 23-second mark, right around it.
And right now, Bobby Brees, he's kind of neck and neck with lane number 3 at the moment.
All the way to the right, lane number 6, Max Smolevsky is also flying as one final push for these swimmers, and it's a race.
It's really between Brees right now. Brees in the 4th lane, the Ducks in the 3rd lane. Let's see who finishes it first.
And it might have been the Ducks in lane number 3 that got first place. We'll take a quick peek at it. And it is lane number 3 just getting in first place. Justin, look how close those numbers are.
Yeah, Brees just finishing just a hair fraction behind lane number 3. As it was less than a second differential for Bobby Brees, but a very strong effort from him. But the Ducks end up finishing in first place in lane number 3. But for the Redhawks, though, they do finish 2, 3, and 4, although not finishing in first. So a very strong effort from all 3 of the Redhawks who participated.
And all very similar, finishing right around that 49-second mark, which isn't a bad time, but you see how close it is. 48.31 was what cut it for first. And again, I think the guys managed it well. The 100-meter free is so short that they just fly as fast as they could go for that time. And you see these guys now, they are tired and panting on their cool-down lap.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong push. The men, they go super fast. They're flying. There's no pacing in this. You're just going a straight shot, down and back, down and back. And in that case, the Stevens Ducks, they come out on top. But once again, the Redhawks 2, 3, and 4 did great.
So now moving on to the women's 200-meter backstroke. And for the women's team, we have Letica Lainez in lane number 2, Abby Panzarella in lane 4, and Devin Ford in lane 6. And so far, a very close race. However, Panzarella is starting to pull away from the rest of the group. Halfway done as Panzarella now spins the other way and flies closer to us. The backstroke very slow and controlled versus the freestyle, which is just full guns blazing.
And also, this is a little bit of a longer race. We saw the freestyle was 100 meter. This one's now a 200 meter, so a little bit more lengthy of a race. And you combine that with the fact that you're doing the backstroke, where you mentioned it's a slower paced race. This is going to be a much longer time than you would see in a normal freestyle.
Lanez in lane number 2 also making some solid ground. It looks like the finish will be Abby Panzarella in first. And actually, Montclair State's going to beat Stevens in nearly every lane if they can keep it up right now. They are way ahead of the group.
Yeah, lane number 4 is doing very well right now. Abby Panzarella. See if she keeps up that great pace that she's at right now. And Luke, she's ahead by a lot. I mean, she's already going all the way back, and the other players are first hitting the wall right now.
Panzarella still way ahead of everybody else, and Lanez. So it's going to be first and second, and we're going to see keep an eye out on lane 6 with Devin Ford in a close race with Stevens as lane number 3. And it looks like the Redhawks are still just rolling.
Just by the looks of it, the Redhawks, I think, are in all 3 of the first places right now, 1, 2, and 3, just by looking at it. Right now, lane number 4 is in first, then you got 2, and then you got 6 as well. So right now, it's been a very strong start for the Redhawks as they make their way back down the other way.
At the 2-minute mark, a little bit over it, as these ladies try to round off the 200 backstroke. And it looks like the Redhawks will take every lane in first, second, and third, and a dominant showing. Well, let's see how they score it. It is very close again.
They're actually going to give third place to Stevens in lane 3, with the Redhawks getting 4th. So
Justin, look how close that is.
It's ridiculous how close it is. Between lanes 1 and 5.
First place was 2 minutes, 17 seconds, 0.26. And then I'm going to show you the difference between third and fourth. 2.23 and then 18 seconds, 2.23 and 19 seconds. And that is why from here I thought Panzarella got it, but she lost it by as close as you could lose it.
Well, actually, I'm looking at the score. It's showing the Redhawks won lane 4. They finished in first. So Panzarella actually finished first in that race, Luke.
And you see they just corrected it.
Yeah, they changed at the last second. So the Redhawks, they'll finish first, second, and fourth in the 200 backstroke.
Current score 83-66. Montclair State in the lead. And again, a nice showing here on Friday night. Now we're going to go to the men's 200-yard backstroke. Andrew Pierce in lane 2. The very amazing Michael Salvatore in lane 4. And Darren Rockwall in lane 6. As now the guys get ready to go.
And we talked a lot about, Luke, Michael Salvatore in the pregame when it was CJ and Tyler on it. They had a little bit of a feature about him, showing his graphic and all of his numbers he's accomplished. So that's a player we got to look out for right now.
Very close race right now. Stevens keeping it really tight and almost an exact tie through the first 4 lanes, as lanes 5 and 6 are a little bit slow to start. But again, it's about the pace. You're not rushing. The first lap doesn't matter as much. These guys are going to turn it up in their last stretch.
And with Salvatore in lane 4, he's neck and neck with Stevens in lane 3 at the moment. Still have a long way to go. But right now, it just looks like Salvatore has a slight edge in lane number 4.
Salvatore, the senior, the graduate student actually from Springfield, Virginia, came to Montclair State and took over NJAC Swimmer of the Week last season, multiple awards to his name. And also broke his record for the 800 free relay last year and the 200 free as well. 1:48, just very speedy and incredible at his craft, as you see him now in lane 4, just showing his dominance and leading the entire group. Coming up at 1:30. Now Salvatore makes his push for his final total lap.
And we talked about how they were neck and neck before, Salvatore in lane 3, but now you're starting to see Salvatore turn it up, as you mentioned, Luke. If he keeps up this pace, he's going to win this event by a landslide.
Salvatore cruising and looking like he's going to be the victor of this group, the 200-meter men's backstroke. And he is. First place, we'll see what he clocks in at exactly. They're going to update it. Give us just a moment. And he's going to be first place, 1 minute, 57 seconds, 0.41. And that's going to put him nicely in first place by just around 3 seconds. And those seconds matter so much. Michael Salvatore that time won it for Montclair State.
And in terms of swimming, 3 seconds does feel like an eternity because, I mean, it's swimming. It goes so fast paced. And Salvatore just absolutely cruised from start to finish. And, you know, there's a reason why CJ and Tyler talked about him in the pregame when they had the graphics showing all of his numbers here at Montclair State. You know, it's just a testament to how dominant he has been since coming over here from Virginia.
In third place is also Montclair State in lane 6, Darren Rockwall, 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.47. And then you could put second place to Stevens, but the Redhawks again just cruising on points, Justin, 103-66. They are pulling away with this one so far. A really dominant showing from both the men's and women's. As we move on to the next category of the race, which will be the 200-meter breaststroke. So again, the women will start us off. Sadie Crispell in lane 2, Maureen Tassaneri in lane 4, and Penny Curran in lane 6. So these are all the way through now until our next break. These are all single heats. We saw the double heat in before the first break, and now we see a split in the groups. And they're underway. The Redhawks have a comfortable lead right now, and I think, so I'm not saying it's a good thing, but if they did happen to lose a couple races in a row, I think they've set themselves up for a little bit of room to slip up.
Yeah, just a dominant showing so far, 103-66. They got to keep it up, though. There's still so many events to go, Luke, for Stevens to crawl their way back into it.
Very close, very, very close. Almost everybody seems even from our angle, Justin, as we're only about 40 seconds in to this particular race.
And almost similar to the backstroke, Luke, where it's also a slower paced race. The backstroke and the breaststroke are two very slow races. So again, it's all about pacing and timing right now for the Redhawks and the Ducks.
Tassaneri in the lead, just barely in lane number 4. Tassaneri, strong push off the wall, leading pretty much everyone. Stevens just got off the wall, their lead swimmer in lane number 3. In this race, I got my eyes on the whole time. It's got to be Tassaneri. She started off right and has taken the lead drastically as lane 1's going to finish last, which will be Stevens, way behind the group.
And we still have another lap to go. But you called it, Luke. Yeah, right now, lane number 1 for Stevens is pretty far behind. And lane number 4, you mentioned it perfectly. Tassaneri is doing a great job leading the charge.
Keep an eye out here between lanes 2 and 3. Sadie Crispell's not in a major lead. They're pretty much neck and neck right now, and looks like they're even from our angle, just side by side. And they've been that way the entire race, by the way. A final stretch here down the line as Tassaneri will win it for the Redhawks. And we'll see what her time is. A very solid score. And she had a lead on the group nearly the entire time, and it was never close. Tassaneri in first place, 2 minutes, 31 seconds, and pretty much sharp at it.
And again, a 4-second differential between first and second place. So again, Tassaneri from start to finish was in a full-on groove, and she took care of business here in the 200 breaststroke.
And the rest of the lanes, the Redhawks finishing in 3rd and 4th. So lane 2, Crispell, and then lane 6, Penny Curran. Curran in 4th place. Stevens lane 3 in 2nd place, just 4 seconds behind the Redhawks leader, Tassaneri. I love seeing how the times are clocked in. Every time it's always very close. And sometimes we think we know how it's going to shape out here, and then you see the time and it changes a little bit. So you just kind of wait for that change to go.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, you have to pause for a second just to make sure that the times are correct to confirm who finishes in first and all the way through sixth. And Luke, now we turn it to the men's side of things with the backstroke.
The men's group, they lead 97-71. The women have a heavy lead, 103-66. We'll see how that score updates later on as the men are underway. Matthew Detlinger in lane 2, Philip Salick in lane 4, and Jordan Ledbetter in lane 6 for the Red Hawks. We'll keep an eye on them and update you on this race right here. Stevens look like they're having a solid start to this race as they're nearly in the lead. All their swimmers, I would say, slightly ahead of each Red Hawk in their lane next to them. Very close race here between Stevens in lane 3 and Philip Salick in lane 4. That's my matchup I'm watching right now.
Yeah, Salick right now is neck and neck with lane number 3. Again, still have a long way to go before this race is over. But right now you're starting to see in the early lanes, again, all about the pacing for Salick.
Hit the 1 minute mark as these men go back the other way for their final full lap. And still, Justin, it is Salick leading the charge for the Red Hawks, but a very close race to lane 3. Let's see how this one shakes out.
And you're hearing the voices rise here saying, go, 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 to push the pace. And because this is the home stretch, and you're starting to see on the other side, they're rooting him on. As we head now towards, I think this is the last lap here, Luke.
Could be another race decided by really a .01 score.
Yeah.
Again, which we saw earlier. Keep an eye out, lanes 3 and 4 in the middle. Close race, and Salick now not as strong of a push-off off the wall. This gym is loud. And it looks like Stevens will take this race in lane 3. A much-needed win for them to start to come back from them being down nearly 20 points, 97-71. We'll see how the score changes in a moment. And yes, Stevens in first.
That was
2 minutes, 12 seconds.
That was a much-needed win there for Stevens, finishing in both now first and second place in that relay of events here. And it was really much needed. You said it, down 26 points. They were falling behind. The gap was widening for Stevens to make a comeback, and they did a great job there in that relay to pick up a little bit of ground.
So yeah, only 2 more races until we hit our second break, and really 4 more races until we wrap up the night. After the 10-minute break that we will have after the 500-meter freestyle and the 100-meter fly, we'll go into a 10-minute break, and then the 200-meter and then the 400-meter free relay to end it. I mean, the two really long races to end our night, Justin, when these swimmers have been going for a couple hours now.
They really have been, and again, these players are very well conditioned. They know that there's still longer events to go as we roll along here in the swim meet today. So right now the Red Hawks, I mean, the score still hasn't updated yet. It still says they're up 97-71, but we'll see if the women now can regain their composure and do well here now in the 500-meter freestyle.
So now the 500-meter freestyle, Amelia Fanning in lane 2, Lily Conlin in lane 4, and Casey Gazniski in lane 6. And the women are leading very comfortably. We're going to wait for that scoreboard to change just so I can update you on it. With all things considered, they should be fine if they keep up at this pace. They've been dominant so far.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think here in the 500 freestyle, this is a total of 20 laps. So this is going to be a much longer race here, Luke, so we'll see how it all plays out.
It's our second longest race of the night. We had the 1,000-meter freestyle before our first break. And now they're off. A very close start here on the first half lap. We talked about managing time earlier. This is one of the lengthier races where you really have to go slow early on, and that's why we didn't see these ladies fly right out of the gate. They're going to wait, and then the last couple of laps, they're going to push a lot harder.
Yeah, again, we talked about it, 20 laps total. This is only here on lap number 2, so still a long way to go. So we're going to see how this all plays out.
Now, many people are interested in what's in front of the camera, but behind the camera is the storage room. So we're going to take you over here. Bridget, my wonderful camerawoman today, going to take us inside. All right, so I'm right now in the pool storage center with everything. Now, you may be counting your luck with this kind of dice that you got here, but let me tell you something. There is nothing sheepish about in here, and definitely no chickens can be found whatsoever. And let me tell you, our last thing, listen, we're not here to horse around, all right? We're doing some investigative reporting on what's behind us in the pool storage. We'll keep looking, and we're going to send it back to the team.
Slow down. So that's what you see in the longer types of races.
The Redhawks are way behind the lead swimmer for Stevens. And looking over to lane 4, I mean, Lily Conlon is the one that can really contest her right now. If I had to pick a swimmer that is closest. I do see Casey Gazinski also catching up slowly as we continue here. Lane 3 currently leading by a lot as we get closer to the 4-minute mark of this particular race.
And Luke, second place right now. You mentioned how the lane 3 right now is leading the charge by a lot. Lane 4 at the moment is in second place, and that is Lily Condon for right now. Still a long way to go, of course, but for lane number 3 in Stevens, they're off to a very good start.
It's amazing to see how quiet the gym is right now, Justin, but then once we get to the later laps of the race, how loud the gym gets all of a sudden. Go, go, go. And you'll see all the teammates on the right-hand side of the pool stand up and start to get closer to the pool, and their voices just keep getting louder. They're always cheering their teammates on.
And that's how you exactly know that it's coming down to the wire in the end of the race. That's when the players start saying go, go, go. So, yeah, to your point, that it's a good sign to know that's how you know we're getting closer to the end.
So we do have a first place finish for Stevens in lane number 3. And I think this one was never close to even have the gym raise their volume, but second place in lane 4, Lily Conlon. She had a great job, and you see first and second place shake hands. You love to see the sportsmanship.
Yeah, it was a great race overall, although, of course, Condon finished about 11 seconds behind. But that's what it's all about in swimming. You want to have that sportsmanship. It's, in the end, this is what you guys are doing. They're having a good time out there, and it's good that you see sportsmanship in swimming because it can get intense in the home stretch when you're on that final lap. You're pushing the pace. You want to finish in first, but when you see two teams shaking hands, that's really what it's all about.
So that was one race that really wasn't close at all, and now the men are going to get ready. So same race, 500-meter freestyle. Alex Pasquini in lane 2, Vincent Terzo in lane 4, and Mason Woods in lane 6 for the Red Hawks. And then again, right after this, one more race, which will be the 100-meter fly before our second intermission and break of the night. Now these men are ready to go, and they get a nice push off the wall. No clear leader as of now. Could be lane number 4, Vincent Terzo, who I think is in the lead currently, but not by much, just by a hair. For Terzo, sophomore from New Providence, New Jersey. He broke the 500 free school record and placed 8th in the NJAC championships with his time, 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Pretty solid if you ask me.
And now you're starting to see them get rowdy here at Panzer in the home stretch.
Forget. Vincent Terzo still in the lead, not by much though. Keep an eye out of Stevens in the first lane, all the way to the left. And also Stevens in lane 5 catching up. We're going to see who finishes first. Right now it's neck and neck, Justin.
And right now lane number 4, you mentioned it, is in first place with Terzo. Let's see if he keeps it up here.
Vincent Terzo now does have the lead. And a nice push off the wall keeps him in that spot. Terzo still remaining that pace, keeping that pace.
And now you're starting to see the strokes are going a little bit faster than they were before. Moving the arms at a rapid pace. Just great work by both teams now because it's starting to come down towards the end.
And you see the fatigue starting to kick in as well, but not the time to slow down. You see lanes 1 through 3 picking up pace as they're trailing way behind. Not much to lose at this point in the race.
And once again, Terzo still remaining ahead of the pack here. He's done it consistently so far in this race.
Terza now with his largest lead. And it makes sense why he breaks school records here at Montclair State. He's showing off his skills right now in front of a full gym at the Panzer Athletic Center. At one point, I thought he was losing his lead, and now he kind of just took that extra gap and pulled away once again. And he keeps getting further.
He is. He's again, he saved all his energy from what he did in the beginning, and now he's turning on the jets late here in the race.
Didn't seem like he was preserving his energy with the way he started, but he knows his own pace, and I give him credit for that. Also in lane number 2, Alex Pasquini now picking up his pace to almost put himself at second place, and currently he is second. Over the 4-minute mark now. Getting closer to the end of this one. Vincent Terzo reminded that he's leading this one with the bell. I think he knows that. I think he knows that much.
Yeah, and he's leading again by a wide margin. The next closest right now is lane number 2, which also belongs to the Red Hawks.
Vincent Terzo is victorious of the 500-meter free, a marathon. However, he dominated it throughout. Never a doubt, really. Justin, I said it before. He maintained that lead, kept the same pace, and finished first, clocking in at just under 5 minutes.
And right after the men of Stevens did a great job in the previous race, finishing 1, 2, and 4, the Red Hawks now respond, finishing 1, 2, and 4 in the next race. So now they're going to build up that lead even more than it was already.
4 minutes, 54 seconds, 0.47 for Terzo. Also got to give credit to Pasquini, only finishing roughly 4 seconds after Terzo. And I think he did cover some incredible ground at the end, and he really did save his energy for the final stretch. Of course, these swim teams, led by Coach Brian McLaughlin, he's been a part of the program 35 years ahead of the Montclair State men's and women's swim team. And I think it's safe to say his career has been pretty successful.
I mean, that's for sure, and he has been absolutely unbelievable. Coach McLaughlin, been around for a long time, as you mentioned, and obviously he's dealt with so many people over the years, and he just talks so highly about everybody that he has had on his roster. So it's just a testament as well to his success and being around so long. And we talked about it, so many dynamic swimmers he has been able to coach over the years. And that's why Montclair State has been so successful as a whole as a program in swimming.
So now we move on to our final race before our second break, the 100-meter butterfly. In lane 2, Katie Geyer. In lane 4, Maddie Rogers. Shout out to the hometown, Bridgewater, New Jersey. And Maddie Winsnow in lane 6. We'll keep an eye on our Red Hawk swimmers. And a very, very close lead. Could be a 3-way tie, 4-way tie, potentially. Very short race. You see these swimmers flying. Stevens in lane 3 in the lead, although Maddie Rogers not far behind. And now the final push.
Right now it looks like lane number 3, Luke, is going to finish in first.
And that is how it'll shake out. Lane number 3 in first place. We're going to wait for the time update, just under a minute, 59 seconds. For the Red Hawks in second place, Maddie Rogers, 1 minute, 1 second, 0.36. And we see again very classy sportsmanship with the handshake. It was a great race the whole time.
It was, and for the Red Hawks, they finished 2, 4, and 5 in that 100 meter. So again, a great job from the Red Hawks. You saw them turn on the Jets late, as did Stevens, and overall it's a great race. And now that's just a sample size of what we're going to see now with what the men are going to do in their 100 meter.
So again, once again, the race is alternated through these two teams. Stevens first, Red Hawks second, Stevens third. Got all alternating one after another. That was one of the more close races we've seen as a collective team group. But the Red Hawks 117 to 89, so I don't think it's one they're going to lose too much sleep on. Now for the men's 100-yard butterfly. Adrian Gonzalez in lane 2, Peter Jarzab in lane 4, and Nicholas Kipp in lane 6 for Montclair State. Finish strong here. You could be pretty confident that you could walk away today with a win. And these guys are off and flying. Jarzab currently leading in lane 4.
And it's getting really loud in here, Luke. Now you're starting to see them push the tempo here.
The sophomore
they're getting ready for the home stretch.
The sophomore from Linden, New Jersey is flying right now. I am talking about Peter Jarzab, two-time NJAC Rookie of the Week last season. And you see why. First place, and again, just dominated that entire race. Red Hawks on their feet cheering on their teammates as well as the fans in the bleachers. And a strong finish for him, under a minute, 51 seconds, and had a comfortable lead all the way through. Almost a second and a half, nearly 2 seconds splitting him in second place.
And you saw the excitement on the players of Montclair State for their swimmers. You saw how rowdy they were getting on the side, cheering on their teammate, because that was an outstanding display of swimming. 51 seconds, as you mentioned, for Jarza. So just unbelievable job from him. And with that, Luke, we get ready to, get ready for the second break.
So we're going to go into our 10-minute break now, and the current score, Montclair State Red Hawks 117, and Stevens at 89. A lot of work left to do in the final two races. Again, 200-meter coming out of the break, and a 400-meter free relay to end this amazing swim meet off. As the teams now cool off and even try to stay warm for the final few races. Justin, what have we seen from that stretch right there?
Yeah, I mean, overall, the Red Hawks, they did a great job. And again, we talked about Jarza a lot. We talked about when we saw Rourke Peralta for the women's side, just two dominant players that have really taken over in their respective events. And it's just kudos as to why the Red Hawks are ahead now 132 to 94. Just a great display of swimming. And Stevens as well, even though the score doesn't really show that they're really close, we've seen a lot of them doing well as well, in some of the events for them. So overall, these are two teams that have very strong rosters, and we've seen it on full display here.
They updated the scores now. Just wanted to get the update. 132 to 94. Red Hawks very, very much in the lead. It's going to be really tough to top it. You're going to need to see a couple school records from Stevens to even give them the slightest chance of it.
Invited back to be inducted into the Montclair State Hall of Fame. This year in 2025, 4 more names have been cemented into Montclair State's history books. The celebration ceremony began in Panzer Athletic Center, where Montclair State coaches joined to celebrate, as well as the families of the new Hall of Fame inductees. Former players themselves had nothing but great things to say about being a part of Montclair State.
I'm so honored to be part of such a great program. Coach Beth and Eileen taught me so much when I was here, and a lot of that hard work came from them and my teammates, and I'm just very grateful.
For players like former men's soccer player Lucas Turchi, his injury in 2015 set him back, but also made him a stronger person.
The injury, I think, in the moment, I was kind of down, but when I took that year off and like seeing stuff from the outside, you know, like outside not being in the field, it definitely helped me, you know, understand the game more, the college game more, and how my coaches wanted us to play. And yeah, I think it's like everything in life, you know, you at the moment you don't think that it's gonna help you, but everything happens for a reason, you know.
Another former athlete getting inducted is someone who leads the women's lacrosse team in all-time points and assists.
It's such an honor after 10 years to come back here and celebrate the program and all the people that helped me get here. It's very nostalgic, yeah. It's very cool to be back here and see all the people that used to coach me and that I played with.
One of the Hall of Fame inductees was unable to attend in person. However, she still has an immaculate resume. Track and field star Tierra Hicks was a 6-time All-American as a Red Hawk, a 4-time All-NJAC, and she holds the Montclair State school record for the 400-meter.
What a memorable night for I'm here with Andrew Pierce, who did the 100-meter backstroke and the 200-meter relay. How would you rate the performance so far overall?
I would say overall the team's doing great. I mean, not the performance I was looking for today, but teams out here were fighting, teams swimming well. It's really good swims on the second half of this meet from Michael Salvatore, Peter Jarzab, Vinny in the 5 free, Peter in the 100 fly. So yeah, it's a fun meet, energy's high, team's swimming well.
I mean, great atmosphere right now. Talk about just how it feels like being a part of the swim team. You're only a sophomore, your first year, great season, second season. What are your expectations?
Expectations is always just to have fun. I mean, these guys on the team are some of my best friends. They're just great guys to be around. Being able to practice with these guys 10 times a week is just, it's a blast. I mean, wouldn't be able to make it through some of these long practices on these cold days without these guys. So it's great just to swim with these guys, and it's just a blast.
You know, you have such a long season left, only 4th meet of the year. What are the expectations for the rest of the year? What are you looking to achieve?
As a team, we're looking to win. We're looking to win some meets. We're looking to win out. We're not looking to lose any more dual meets. I'll tell you that much. We're not losing any more dual meets. TCNJ, we're looking for you. No, but we're just gonna look to keep swimming fast, keep improving day by day, week by week. Each meet just get a little bit faster, and let's get ready for Gettysburg in December, and then NJAC down in February.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
When do I start talking? When am I going to talk? All right. All right, we are now here with Bobby Freese as we are getting ready now to start the 200 IM race. Bobby Freese is a freestyle swimmer here for the Redhawks. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a fun atmosphere right now. It's been a long meet, but it's been looking pretty good for us right now, yeah.
So what are you seeing so far here in the 200 IM? Right now, looks like it's a slower pace, but what are you kind of seeing right now in this race?
Yeah, so the 2 IM starts off kind of as a pace, like, it all depends because it's every single stroke individually. So you have your butterflies who kind of take the lead right away here. And then backstroke's more of the middle ground in my opinion. And then breaststroke where it gets really interesting because that's when you see people take charge. And then once you get to freestyle, it's just, you got to go home with it. You just got to put your head down and keep swimming.
And I'm looking at the names right now here in the 200 IM for the women. Letitia Linnaeus, Marianne Tassinari, and Rachel Yushan. Just what have you seen from those athletes here at Montclair State University?
Yeah, they're great athletes. As you can see right here, you see Marianne currently catching back up in breaststroke. All of them currently actually catching back up here in breaststroke. And that's just one of the great things about the 2IM is like you think that it's over, but then there's just that chance, and then next thing you know, it's a totally different race.
And I also have to ask you, because of course you participated in the freestyle earlier in the swim meet. How did you think your performance went, and is there anything you take away here from this meet?
Honestly, as much as our team did really well. Me personally, I didn't do as amazing as I wanted to, but at the end of the day, my buddy Max, best time of the season for him so far, he out-touched me by .02, which little bummer, but I'm happy for him. Great job for him. And then Michael Woj, we call him Woj, he did great today, and our team's winning. That's all you can really ask for in a meet like this. Fun environment, great competition, great environment in total.
That's awesome here.
So, yeah.
As we can start getting the finishing times here, it looks like Stevens is going to finish in first place. Coming in second is lane number 4 for the Redhawks.
And then we got second and third here, so that's huge. Especially with how the scoring works in this. It's first place typically dominates, so you want to try getting as many underneath first place as possible to try evening out that total score.
And you know, the Redhawks, they've had a lot of success here in this meet. I mean, 132 to 94, you guys are leading right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing absolutely great here, swimming-wise. And, you know, what do you think right now? I mean, there's not that many races left, but it looks like you guys are in a comfortable position right now, but do you still see a little bit more improvements that could be made by both the men's and the women's here in the final couple of races?
Oh, for sure, yeah. There's always time for improvement. For instance, this 2IM here. This is going to be really interesting. And in lane 2, we got Karel Bedoya, who just got put into the 2IM actually, and he's looking to put down a really fast time. We got Michael Salvatore, who's just a dog in of its own, and he's really excited for this race. He's been eyeing it down. And we got Peter Jarzab, who just won the 100 fly and the 200 fly. He's in here. He's stepping up. He's trying to throw down some crazy times. And obviously, you got Stevens here, who's ready to compete as well and give us some good competition.
Well, we're getting ready to start the men's 200 IM.
Yes. Photos. Lots of photos.
Oh, yeah. You can never get enough photos here.
You can never get enough photos. I agree.
It's not every day that you have a swimming athlete join the broadcast and give their take on what's going on here in the swim meet. So, you learn something new every day. And here we go. The 200 IM.
2IM. Here we go, baby. So, yeah, we got Karel, Mike, and Peter Jarzab. So what we're going to see here is pretty much you're going to see lane 6 is going to be out fast and fly. He's a big butterflyer, right? So he's going to go out, and you're going to see Karel's a breaststroker, and you're going to see as the time goes on, you're going to see lane number 4, Michael Salvatore, just creep his way up there. And that's what I was talking about, how you can never judge a race right away. It always just gets so interesting. So great split right there from Mike, 26.6. Really happy, but you can see here in the backstroke, you can just see him creeping up closer and closer. And this is where it gets really interesting. We got a tight battle for first and second here. Karel's doing great, fighting for third. He's got third positioning right now. But it all comes in the breaststroke. Breaststrokes make or break. You got to do it. And then we're going to see Michael Salvatore in lane 4 turn here. That's called a bucket turn. Incredible turn right there. Always pushes out good. 29.6. It's a great split for him right now. And again, you can just see the dividends of the second half of a race, first half of a race, how it changes. Karel right there is in a really close race. Peter Jarzab's catching back up. We have a really tough race for third right here. Oh, it's exciting, man. It's exciting. I don't want to hurt our viewers' ears, but I want to be screaming for them right now, you know?
No, we love to hear this. I mean, it's great to have insight from the swimmer himself, just explaining all the different techniques that go into the 200 IM. You saw a little bit of the backstrokes, a little bit of the butterfly, as well as the breaststrokes. You're seeing all these different techniques go on, and so it's just great to get your insight on what's going on.
Of course. Yeah, we got first place is pretty much guaranteed. Michael Salvatore is going to win first. It's depending on the time he goes. Third place and second place is really close right now. We got Karel Bedoya throwing his arms, really trying to catch up. We got lane 6 Peter Jarzab, who's also trying to catch up right here. Oh, Karel's closing in right now. Right now, 159 high for Mike. He's not going to be the happiest with that, but a win is a win, and that's all that matters. And Karel's closing in. It was a good race. Peter Jarzab getting 4th, actually, out touching, which is great. So 2 really good times. Really good times all across the board for everyone here.
And you called it perfectly. You talked about Salvatore just from start to finish. He just took over here in the 200 IM.
He did.
Finishing in first place. So great congratulations to him.
Great
and
race.
We really appreciate you, Bobby, for joining us here for the 200 IM.
Of course.
Giving us all the insights and everything that goes on here at Panther Swimming.
Of course, yeah, it's a pleasure. Typically, I'd be in this race, but I swam my 4 events earlier. So, now I can kick back and kind of enjoy the atmosphere. So this is great.
No, it's great to get your insight. We really appreciate you joining us here on the Red Hawk Sports Network, giving us your insight. But we're getting ready now for the next race here. It's going to be, I believe,
the 4 free relay, women's 4 free relay.
The women's 4 free relay. So we're gonna get you going there soon. We're gonna bring back our colleague Luke Sirianni momentarily. But thank you again, Bobby.
It's been a pleasure. Hey, go Red Hawks. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna bring Luke back in very shortly, getting ready for the final race here in today's swim meet. Could you? Can you just grab Luke Sirianni from in there? Just come back in. Yeah. As we now get ready for the final race here at Panther Athletics Center, the swimming pool here on the campus of Montclair State University. As right now we're going to have in lanes 2, 4, and 6, you got a combination of Lily Conlon, you got as well as Catherine Gaver, Bridget Negron, And you have another group of Devin Ford, Maddie Wishnow, and Sydney McGann.
Lane four with the big lead. It's Devin Ford ahead.
The Red Hawks, of course, leading 140 to 105 total here, as it looks like they're closing in on winning today's swim meet here in the 400-meter free relay. And so we had great insight, Luke, now that you joined us back here, from Bobby Fries, who just did an unbelievable job just absolutely going through what goes into the 200 IM, breaking down all the different players that are out there, the different techniques and the different strokes that they do. So, again, we really thank Bobby Fries for joining us. And,
it was great.
It was great.
I was listening to it in the control room. I learned stuff from Bobby, and he was a great broadcaster. He did a great job. And he seemed really delighted to do it as well.
And we said it before, you don't see it too often where you get an actual swimming athlete himself or herself joining the Red Hawk Sports Network to actually break down all the stuff that goes on here. So you learn something new every day, and we really appreciated his time joining us.
I don't think any group of athletes has as much fun of being on camera than these swimmers. They love being interviewed. First, they actually came to us and asked us to jump on the broadcast. It's awesome. I love it. At the 2-minute mark now. In our final category of the night, 400-meter free relay. And the women kick us off. And again, it's Devin Ford with the heavy lead.
And Ford is doing a great job so far for the Red Hawks. And we talked about it. There's different groups that are going to be in play here. We talked about the first group, and then there's also the B group who will be coming in at some point. Right now, lane number 3 for Stevens is in first place by a small margin. Lane number 4, Catherine Gaver, still keeping a steady pace. As you got more swimmers diving into the pool now, it's their turn to go.
I think it's safe to say that the actual match itself is already settled with the Red Hawks winning, but of course, not a reason to not try to break your own personal record or school records.
As finishing in first place for Stevens is lane number 3. Coming in second is the Red Hawks, lane number 4, the combination of Catherine Gaver and Maddie Wishnow. Third place will go to Stevens, lane number 5. Fourth place, lane number 2 for the Red Hawks, consisting of, that would be, Lily Conlin and Devin Ford for lane number 2. Finishing in 5th is lane number 6 for the Red Hawks, Bridget Negron, Sydney McGann. And finally finishing in 6th place is lane number 1 for Stevens.
Well, that is one of the better finishes for Montclair State, a 5-second lead to take the women's relay. And again, that's one of the larger leads we've seen today. We've seen a lead by 0.01 seconds and then everything in between, but nothing that significant for the most part, especially for the longer races.
As the women will take their cool down lap as their swim meet will come to a close, and the finale will be the men's 400-meter relay. So, we saw an action-packed women's race. I mean, what's in store now for the men's portion of it to close out the swim meet?
Well, I think for Montclair State, they're not worried about the score anymore. 40-point lead, 142 to 102. I think these guys are going for that time on the clock, Justin, as low as possible and make it as fast as possible. You might as well do it while you're at it.
And so for the Red Hawks, lane number 2, Adrian Gonzalez, Michael Diaz, Lane number 4, Matthew Detlinger and Vincent Terzo. Lane number 6, Sean Nugent and Jared Gaynor. First time we were mentioning Jared Gaynor here on the broadcast, the senior. And we are off. And you start to see the pace picking up very early on, Luke. Everyone seems like they're neck and neck, except for lane number 6 here at the moment, but it's still very early.
These guys came out of the gate flying, Justin. Got to finish strong here to finish the entire meet where the Red Hawks were outstanding all the way through. Some of the very best out there for Montclair State. We saw Vincent Terzo, who we saw him earlier in the day, had an amazing, amazing finish, and he was the one that really had the largest lead of the day individually.
As the next set of groups are getting ready to dive into the pool. And it looks like lane number 3 and 4 neck and neck right now for the Red Hawks and Stevens. We talked about it before. Lane number 4 consists of Matthew Detlinger, Vincent Terzo. You got Max Smilewski and Michael Washnowicz. Washnowicz is better known as Woj, and if you're an NBA fan, you're familiar with the term Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski. So you can see where they got that nickname from. Pretty clever, if you ask me. As more swimmers dive into the pool, they get ready to take their turn. Still in the lead is lane number 4 for the Red Hawks. Second place right now belongs to the Red Hawks as well in lane number 3. Lane number 3 now in second place. Lane number 2 in third. Still, Luke, a very heavy lead for lane number 4 in the Red Hawks.
I do enjoy these relays. You got two sets of Red Hawks per lane and 2 sets of Stevens swimmers that are working as a collective group here. It's not just one player. You're not relying on one. And I do like how they format it because, again, at this point of the night, the energy bar is pretty low.
Yeah. Still a hefty lead here, lane number 4. As it seems like really nobody is really catching up to lane 4. The second closest right now is lane number 3, who's in second. And that is exactly how it's going to finish. The Red Hawks will come in first place, lane number 4. Stevens will finish in second, lane number 3. Third place back to the Red Hawks. Fourth place to Stevens. Fifth place to Stevens. And sixth place to the Red Hawks. And that will be the final race here in the swim meet here on this Friday evening at Panzer Athletic Center, where the Red Hawks, we're still waiting for the final score, but it looks as though they're going to win today's swim meet.
Oh, it does seem like they will be victorious tonight, Justin. It was an amazing meet overall. Again, the Red Hawks, right from the start, just went ahead and took charge. I think for Stevens, they knew their night was going to be over pretty quickly.
And, of course, the Red Hawks, they came off the nice victory in their previous meet as well. So right now they are swimming with a lot of confidence right now. So just great job from them overall. And, you know, from start to finish, the Red Hawks, they were in control, and it was just unbelievable to see as well. So just give them a lot of credit.
Going to be nice for these two teams. The Red Hawks men's team, swimming and diving, will be improved to 3-1. And for the women's team at 2-2, they will go to 3-2. Both are above the 500 record, and a really solid group of swimmers from both the men and women.
And for the Red Hawks, again, we talked about it. They're riding high right now. You mentioned the records, both the men's and the women's have done a great job to this point, and they're only going to continue to do better as the swim season rolls along. But I think that's going to pretty much do it here from Panther Athletic Center here on the campus of Montclair State. But we're actually still going to keep doing a little bit more here. There's still more talking going on.
Might have an interview after this one. And it looks like we will.
Looks like Vincent Picone, our colleague, actually might be getting an interview here with one of the swimmers. We're going to wait for confirmation in just a moment.
It was great to see the gym packed, but now everybody's, having trouble leaving because there's not a lot of room to walk. The pool takes up a majority of the building. Very good turnout for a Friday night, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, especially usually you see some swim meets take place on Saturdays, but here on a Friday, it's a weeknight. A lot of people are working. They come straight from work to watch this, and you see the Montclair State teams. They're having their little bit of a rally cry here, getting ready for their next swim meet, and again, they're riding very high, and it's great to see that they're all swimming with confidence. They're all on the same page. And you start to see some of the handshakes going on between the two teams. Great sign of respect. It was a hard-fought meet from both sides.
So it looks like the final score will remain 142 to 101. For the guys, very dominant win. Now some handshakes and high fives to go around for Coach McLaughlin and his swimmers. He's been here 35 years, and he has built some program.
He really has. He's taken this team by storm. Been around for a long time. He talked about 35 seasons. And again, it's just a testament to his success for him being around this long to help build up this program to be the best that it could be.
So we will have Vincent Picone in just a moment, join with a couple swimmers to give their post-game recap and thoughts on it, on the dominant match.
We have a special guest joining us very, very quickly here. What do you want to say?
Hi, Mrs. Wojciechowicz. It's Mikey Jr. I love you. I hope you're watching. Go Birds. Love you, Chrissy. Love you, Dad.
Go Birds! I'm sorry. Hold the phone there. That wasn't on the script, my friend. Saying "Go Birds," but anyways, you always love to see the players coming around, making their remarks, and saying hi to their parents back home. It's just a fun event. But
that was very nice. He has to say hi to his mom. I can't say no to that.
No,
right?
Of course not. But the Go Birds, I think we might be able to cut that one out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We're going to have a big group of swimmers join with Vincent Picone, and we're now going to send it over to him. Vincent.
All right, we're here with the men's swimming team. Guys, big W against Stevens. Take us through it. How do we feel?
I didn't do much, so I feel good.
Nah, yeah, it was a good team win. Stevens came in here and they fought hard. I was told to be very kind, so they fought hard, and it was great competition, great team, great sportsmanship.
Hard fought battle, a lot of heart out there, a lot of heart, a lot of wins, but we have the heart and we try our best, and we're Montclair. Go Red Hawks! Yeah.
Go Red Hawks, go Birds. Shout out Mr. and Mrs. Wojciechowicz and Chrissy. Love you guys. See me on the big screen. I made it.
Yeah, shout out my parents and my sister Maddie Fries and my other sister Caitlin Haynes. That's the first time I ever said that on air. And my brother-in-law Parker Haynes, and the Haynes family in general. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Go, go!
Thank you. All right, we're going to send it back now to the guys in the booth. We'll be right back.
Was my former roommate, Jared Gator, the senior. So it's great to have him on and give us his insight on how the meet went. But Luke, I'm going to...
Good job. Congrats, guys.
Luke, I'm going to toss it over to you really quickly just to give your final remarks here as we're coming to a close here in this swim meet.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of going to repeat what I said before. It was a dominant win for Montclair State. You had a lot of parents, family, friends come here on Friday to support. And, you know, the weekend technically has started. And everybody's here to support their friends, family, whatever, children. And the Red Hawks didn't disappoint. 40-point win in a full Panzer arena. And I think everybody had a great time. I mean, watching the swim team come by us, a lot of smiles. We got fist bumps. We got high fives. Guys are laughing, dancing. And we're going to send it right back to Vincent Picone, who has more interviews on the way.
All right, again, we're here with the men's swimming team. Guys, a lot of us, and Bobby, once again, how are we feeling about a big win against Stevens?
I'm feeling ecstatic. Obviously, we did an awesome job. The guys put in the work. They had to. We put in really good times, but some of us had bad meets. Some of us had bad times. Me and Bobby didn't have the greatest times, but we supported our team. We did our best, and we gave it our all. So that's awesome.
Yeah, you know, we were projected to lose by 20, and we were able to dig deep and win by 40. No help from Bobby, but he did the best he could, and we were able to get the win, so that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm really proud of these guys. We really pulled through, definitely, at least most of us, and, like, I'm just so proud to have them all in my corner. And, I mean, Bobby, it's okay. He's been eating a little too much lately, but, like, yeah.
Can you guys talk a little bit about training? We were here the other day watching you guys train for a little while we were filming. Can you tell us a little bit about training, about how practice goes for swim?
So the way our coach describes it, he says moderate practices. We get violated every single day. It's not moderate. It's always going hard every single time. We're either sprinting, we're either racing. We're doing like 5 miles in the water every single day. But that's a part of the training process. And again, this means just a milestone into championships, where it really matters. So even though we're getting killed every day, we're doing great, I hope, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know anything about football and yardage. So an average football field in play is like 100 yards. We do around like 14,000 yards a day for practice. So if you want to put that into perspective, that's kind of how we're training. But we trust the coaches. I mean, great win today, so you can tell that it's working off. So yeah.
It's really easy. I like to sleep through all the practices. I don't know. I've taken a couple naps during practice on the wall. It's really easy. I've never, light work.
As coach would say, hard work works.
Wait, what does Unk say though?
I'm not saying that.
Anybody else?
I got 2 words for everyone watching at home. Nick Kip.
All right, we'll send it back to the booth, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you once again, Vin. And I got to tell you, Luke, I think Bobby Fries has been in practically every single interview here today. He was on air with us breaking down the 200 IM, and now he's in pretty much every interview with Vincent Picone. And, I mean, he has just been all over the place today. But I think Vin has probably ran out of questions here, but just overall, I want to get your final remarks once again before we come to a close.
Yeah, well, real quick about Bobby Fries. He's an incredible swimmer. He had a great night tonight. I don't know how he didn't lose energy yet. How does he have all the energy for that? You and I have been swimming, and we get it's tiring. And these guys were racing today, and I mean, man, they did great, and they're so happy. I think they're going to have a great weekend after coming off a nice win tonight versus Stevens, who I would assume is seen as a rival because they're not too far from here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you make a great point, Luke. These two teams, of course, are going to be rivals for a long time. They see each other all the time as well. But that's going to do it for us here on the Red Hawk Sports Network for our swim meet today. I've been Justin Randell. He's been Luke Sirianni. And we will catch you guys next time on the next broadcast. Take care, everybody.